We've reached the end game, everyone. Welcome to the final installment of our Disney Store exclusive Mego Spider-Man 4-pack series. We've unboxed Electro. We've unboxed the Lizard. And we've unboxed the Green Goblin. But today, the Web Slinger takes center stage himself. And we will also take a look at the collector coin that comes in this 4-pack. And I might even show the collector coin for the Fantastic Four to kind of compare them. So let's get started. Let's go ahead and take a look at the box and the amazing packaging here. We have a big giant window showing the Spider-Man figure. The Amazing Spider-Man. World's greatest superheroes. Let's take a look at that right there. Well, let me get that into focus right about there. There he is. Right. Here's the side of the packaging again. Captain America, Spider-Man. Same thing. 8-inch action figure. Pose him in any action position. Here's the top of the packaging. And the bottom. And let's take a look at the back. Wow, just take a look at that artwork. Fantastic. Just all those retro vibes coming through. So let me go ahead and unbox this guy and we'll take a look at him. He features the same 26 points of articulation as the villains, allowing for some iconic web slinging poses. The fabric is nice and stretchy and is a spandex type style material that looks great under studio lights. One thing to note for collectors, while he is posable, always be careful with the joints on these modern Megos to keep them in mint condition for years to come. Let's go ahead and get a closer look at the head sculpt. Yep, there he is, very nice. Let's take a look at the articulation, right? Typical, goes all the way around, but no up and down, right? Just take a look at his suit. Wow, he is pretty cool. I just love the way the colors pop. Again, he's not wearing boots. It is fabric, the way Mego did them back in the day, and that's what he's going to be, right? Yeah, let's take a look at his arm articulation. This is on that new Mego style body, right? Let's see where he bends right here, right? He gets that shoulder, right? Up, down, right? Up, down. Wrist. Turns, right? His hands. I'll compare his hands to the vintage one that I have so that you can kind of get an idea how they've changed the hands. Same thing here, right? Let's look at his waist. Yeah, very good. Back. His legs, right? You can sit down very well. Bend the knees right there. You can see the knee bend right there. And his right up, down, there he goes, right? Very good, very cool. Let me bring in the vintage Mego so we can kind of do a comparison of him. You can see, I can tell right away that the suit is a little darker on him. Right, this is a vintage Mego. You can see. Let's take a look at the head sculpts. This one's older, of course. You know that's vintage, right? But just take a look at his hands. This is the classic Mego hand right there, and this is the modern Mego hand. There's vintage. There's the modern. There they are. See how different they are, right? But just stand them right next to each other, right? There they are. Take a look at the size comparison. They are the same size, right? But you can tell the more modern one here, the suit, a little lighter than this one here. The fabric feels a little different too. This one feels a lot lighter than this one here. But let me go ahead and pose him, and we'll go from there. Well, so that you know, because I am honest in these reviews right off the bat. So, not looking very good. Look at that. He busted right there. This thing hits so hard that you probably have to heat it up. I never had to heat up my vintage Megos. This thing here just broke right off. Look at that. Let's take a look at the vintage one. Take a look at that. Granted, it's a lot older, but still, look at that. You can see Mego right there. Wow, look at this, and look at that. Oops, they do that. There. Wow, review's not going well. I might have to glue them up and just let them sit like that. And here he is for comparison with some of my other Mego figures that have come in those different 4-packs. But first of all, I had to drill and put a pin in between both arms or both pieces to be able to glue him back on. So I'm going to try and see if I can get a replacement arm, but in the meantime, it's glued on there. But here is Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Girl, Human Torch, my vintage Spider-Man, and the Thing. Here he is, comparing him with the rest of the superheroes. And here is the Marvel Spider-Man 4-pack, Disney Store exclusive. Here are the 4 figures that it comes with: Spider-Man, Electro, Green Goblin, and the Lizard, right? If I wanted to, I could also add all these other 4-packs that are back here. You know, here's the Thing. Here's the Thing. I could add Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Girl right there. But there they are, just for comparison, how they scale and how they display with others. Let's go ahead and take a look at the coin that it comes with right in here. You can see the Spider-Man character right there. Super cool. I was afraid to get it out of there. It's taped on there and I didn't want to ruin it. And that's this right here for the 4-pack, right? Let me go ahead and... That wraps up our 4-part journey. Which figure from this set was your absolute favorite? Was it the brand new Electro, the classic Spidey, or the Green Goblin, or the Lizard? Let me know in the comments below. I'm so glad I could share this nostalgic trip with all of you. Now, if you enjoyed this series, please give this video a thumbs up. And subscribe to the channel. If you haven't already done so, do so. It's free and it doesn't cost anything. Check out the full playlist on my channel to see all 4 unboxings back to back. Until next time, keep collecting and keep it Mego. So let's add to the action with Action Joe Figs.